My first encounter with antimicrobial resistance was in 2004 when my mum was being treated for cancer. The surgery went extremely well. Within 2 days she started with rigors and being very sick and was very ill and was told she had an infection. She was actually being treated with the drug vancomycin, so I came home and I did a bit of research, and that's when I found out it was the drug of last resort for MRSA. My mum's condition got worse. She was in hospital with the infection for about 6 weeks and she ended up passing away at home. But we researched her medical records after she'd passed away, and we did actually find that the wound that was infected was actually still colonised with MRSA when she left the hospital. It wasn't my first encounter with infection, however. 34 years ago, I lost my daughter to Pseudomonas meningitis. She was only 2 weeks old, and we'd just left hospital. Even though she got to hospital quickly to treat it, she didn't respond to the antibiotics and she didn't make it, unfortunately.
I've lost 3 family members to bacteria that have been resistant to antibiotics. My stepfather, my grandfather and my uncle. What happened to my stepfather was that he had a massive heart attack and he was rushed into our local hospital, and he was treated quite well at first. And they moved him onto a general ward after about 14 days and he picked up an infection. The bacteria did not respond to any form of treatment. Everything they threw at it, it just beat the antibiotic, until eventually he died 15 weeks later from what they called organ failure. All because we'd lost the battle against the bacteria. We could not treat it. Nothing matters until it becomes personal. Now, before my stepfather died, antimicrobial resistance and MRSA were somebody else's problem. Losing a loved one made it my problem, and it helped me form the charity MRSA Action UK. We're never going to stop all infections. That's impossible because bacteria are all over, but we can make the majority of avoidable infections avoidable. And until we do that, I will not rest. This is an issue far greater than climate change. Antimicrobial resistance will affect every person on the planet. Modern healthcare systems now are underpinned by the use of antibiotics. And what I'm trying to say is that without antibiotics, modern healthcare as we know it today would not be able to function.
I hope that the warnings are going to be heeded about antimicrobial resistance, and everybody does understand that they've got a role to play in preserving antibiotics. As far as my granddaughter and my grandson are concerned, I want them to live in a world where antibiotics will work and simple illnesses can be treated, and if they need more complex surgery, they've got the best chance of surviving that.